So take two. Hello, my name is Isabella Jones. I'm 27 and I care for my grandmother Rosemary, who is 85 and has a condition of vascular dementia. She gets up quite early and she'll need help with things like knowing which is her toothbrush, which way to put her shoes on. A lot of what I do is organising her life. It's just the house, the bills, the everything else, the cleaning, the food, nutrition. It's a huge responsibility having someone's life in your hands. We make sure there's someone coming several times a week to take her out. It does provide a bit of a break for me, but to be honest, it's still really not enough because the problem is I have to be here every evening because I don't have an evening carer. I would say the thing that mostly affects my mental health and just affects me in general is the lack of freedom, being able to do what young people do. I'd like to climb a mountain, I'd like to be on a film set for 4 days and, you know, find an Airbnb somewhere and not worry, but I don't really have the luxury of being able to leave for a substantial amount of time without asking for respite, without having to spend a lot of money, either mine or money from a fund. And yeah, it's definitely limiting in many ways. It is really difficult to find a job. When you're a carer, I don't have the time. If I can work depends on whether my grandmother's well or not. A lot of carers burn out and I have been close to burning out or have burnt out several times within this because there isn't a handbook that comes how to look after someone with dementia, and even if you read the handbook, that person is changing all the time. I would say the only other thing to say about negative and positive benefits are that I've had this time with my grandmother, and right now it feels like it's limiting my career and it may be limiting it is limiting my social interactions and everything else and my friendships. It's quite hard to nurture friendships when you're surrounded by 82-year-olds. It gets to a point sometimes when you're like, if I have another coffee morning, I'll go mad. And sometimes I step into a normal house with a normal family dynamic and it's kind of, oh my gosh, yeah, you only need to tell people things one time. So I'm gonna have the patience of a saint at the end of my caring duties. I would say that it means that when I do have a job in the future, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna have such a confidence and patience to run things. And, you know, I'd like to be a film director maybe one day. So yeah, I think it's good training. If you want to be a film director, then get a grandma with dementia. As negative as that sounds, it forces you to be more than you are.